Welcome back, guys, for more Space Engineers. In the last episode, we built a load of modules to allow us to build spacecraft. Well, in this episode, we're going to build. We're going to build not one ship, but two. One ship is going to be absolutely huge. And the other one is going to be much bigger. We'll start with the bow section. So here's our bow module. And as you can see, I've already made a few tweaks to it. We're going with a Shelby Cobra paint job. This lovely blue with the white highlights. I've extended this nose section by one tile. Can you see this flat section here? Because I don't know, there's something about this nose that I'm not quite happy with, and I think it's something that I'm going to be working on for a while. The greebling on the side, I thought that was too much. So I've taken it back one, and I like that better. Somehow it just kind of fits. Right. What we need to do next is grab the airlock section. Let's grab that. And what I need to do is kind of mate it to this one. You can see this is kind of a rough transition. So let me do some work on that. Well, that turned out to be pretty easy. Little bit of styling at the back to kind of blend the modules together. I'm sure that I'm going to play around with that a bit more, but we'll see. And I'm still playing around with how to make this nose look good. I'm sure by the time we get to the end of this, I'll have come up with something that does work. But at the moment, I don't know, there's something about it that I don't like. What we need to do now is add on a couple of cargo modules and start putting some thrusters on this bad boy. Yeah, I've already started playing around with painting these modules up. I really like this really dark grey on the tanks. I think that's what I'm going to go with. So I've ended up adding 2 thruster modules and 2 of the hydrogen cargo modules. Proportions wise, it's going to be difficult to tell. The front it's going to need some work, guys, to make this work. But I think what we need to do is throw on an aft section. I was toying with maybe doing another thruster section and another cargo section. But looking at it, I think that's about right. So let's grab an aft section. Yeah, there we go. The aft section is now attached, and look at that. Oh, I think the proportions are working out kind of nicely. But when I put this on, and I had some trouble attaching this, let me tell you, I realized that the flare out on this kind of didn't work with the bow module. So I had to do a little bit of playing around, and what I did was I added this kind of flare, this little flare out here on the side of the bow module. And I think that ties in much better. Oh, yeah. We are getting there. There's something about the front of this ship that's still bugging me. The first ship, that's basically it. Still a lot of work to do on it. But yeah, that's it. Now, this is going to be the small variant of the ship. Yeah, this is the small one. I mean, compared to that B60 up there, this is about twice as long as that thing. So yeah, it's got some heft to it, but we're going to be building much bigger. But right now, let me work on the front of this for a bit because I'm not happy. Okay, I've cracked it. Right, so here's a reminder. That's what the old one looked like. And here is the new one. And I freaking love it. It's like any angle that I look at it from now. And the change, I got rid of the white stripe that I had here because that was messing up the feng shui. And then all I did was replace these windows with, instead of 1x1 angled, 1x2 angled. And that just gives us that lovely slope on the front. My God, that's so sweet. Okay. Let's just talk naming convention for a second, because I've got a name for this now. So these are going to be atmospheric transport ships, right? So I think we're going to call them AT, either AT or ATS. ATS. Let's go with ATS. So it'll be ATS, and then the next letter will either be H, C, or P for hydrogen transport, or C for cargo transport, or P for passenger, right? So it'll be ATSH, okay? If you thought I was going to come up with a funny acronym for this, I'm not. This is dead serious. And then it'll be followed by a number, and the number will be related to the transport capacity. So what I'm thinking right now is this is 8 and 8, so 16. So this would be the ATSH. No, ATSH. I was going to go with ATH. Maybe a 3-letter acronym. Yeah, ATH. This will be an ATH-16. But it's also got a name. And I thought, inspired by the paint job, and then inspired, like the front section on this reminds me of something. I was thinking of snakes, right? And like the head on this, cobra? I think so. Right, so yeah, this style is going to be the cobra. So this is going to be the cobra variant A. So there you go. ATH-16 Cobra. ATH-16A, in actual fact, Cobra. All right, cool. Sky, yes? You might want to consider shutting up and building some more. Yeah, I think you're probably right. Okay, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take a copy of this, and we're going to start building something a little bit bigger. Picture, say what you just said to me.
You're just such a nerd.
Why am I such a nerd?
Because of the ship names.
Hopefully, like my dream is to inspire a bunch of nerds who, like, in the future see these ships flying around and go, "Oh yes, I believe that's the ATH-A variant of the Cobra. Do you realise that they fitted extra thrusters on that because it couldn't handle the weight?" Yeah. Personally, I like the B variant. Okay, well, this is where things get serious, because we're actually going to be doing some like proper building. Let's come in here. What I want to do is strip off. Let's see. What do I want to get rid of? I want to get rid of these tiles here. And that one and that one. That one can go back in. And I want to get the ones from the bottom as well, don't I? Yeah. So let's rip those off. That engine's got to go. That engine's got to go. What I would love to do is have the corridor in here go out to the side pods so that you can like get to every part of the ship. But how the hell am I going to do that? Because we've got the conveyors going across there. Huh. My answer to that is I have no idea at this point. Like no idea. Now, I'm thinking that is going to be a little bit sharp there, but it's fine. It's fine. For right now, I'm just going to throw these in like that and get rid of that one. Okay. You know, guys, I've got to think about this because we can't break the chain. But in order to have a corridor coming out here, we've kind of got to. Okay, I think I've worked it out. Famous last words. Let's get rid of that tile there and that. Well, none that tile there. We are going to have to get rid of those tiles as well. And also those tiles across there. And these tiles as well. Wow. This is it's going to be fairly brutal. Okay, so what I'm thinking is that we take a conveyor coming up here and then route it around the sides. But it means that that's going to have to change. So that's got to go. So that's going to go there. Come on, that's there and that's there. Okay, cool. We have now successfully routed the conveyors above this one. So we don't need that block anymore. Right, now that we've got rid of that, we can have a corridor in here. Now, let's get rid of the hydrogen engine. Boom. Right, that gives us access into here. And we've actually got a nice little bit of space in here. Now, you may say to yourself, Sky, what are you going to do with the hydrogen engines? Well, the hydrogen engines can just be moved into the aft section, which I think is probably a good thing anyway. So we'll still have a couple of hydrogen engines up here. So that, like, let's say the ship got broken in half or something, you could still actually fly it because you've got power, you've got thrust. I mean, not a lot of it, but you've got some. Yeah, you know what? I think this is going to work. Right, well, let me work on a little bit of styling and put some of these tiles back. And yeah, I think we've got something. Okay, we have an attachment point. So what we want now is kind of a wing that's going to come out here that I can glue onto here. So let's head back over here. And I've already set up a sprue for us. And so we're going to have a corridor piece and the conveyor coming across here. Now, how big do I want this? It's a very, very good question. I'm thinking this is going to be 9 wide. So we want to come out, 7, 8. So that gives us a total of 9 in width. Is that going to be enough? Yeah, I think it is. Then we want conveyors. Let's go with 3 because that's 3 on each side. Yeah, that's fine. Actually, that's fine because we're going to have additional thrust, reverse thrust from adding in 2 of these bow modules. So yeah, we should be absolutely fine for thrust. Okay, cool. Right, so when we get to that point, we need to switch to T sections, don't we? Yeah, we do. Oh, yeah, because it's only forward. Yeah, it's only forward thrust. We're not having any up and down engines. So that's going to be like that. And then let's throw the engines in just for good measure so that I know what the hell I'm doing. Well, I mean, I say know what the hell I'm doing as if I ever know what the hell I'm really doing. Okay, that's looking good. And then the back is actually going to be exactly the same, but without the engines. And this part here can actually be completely hollow. This block across there, we don't need it. All right, cool. Well, in that case, let me put in the other kind of 3/4. We'll see what it looks like. Okay, I now have 2 more modules. So this is the connector module, the same as that section there. And we have a wing section. Awesome sauce. Right, let's grab a copy of that and see if I can actually plug this in. Now, it can be a bit tricky plugging these together sometimes, but let's see how we do. Oh, we've got green box rather than red box. Okay, that's very encouraging. And that looks bang on. So, boom, and it's in. All right, cool. Can I do the other side is the question. So I want to flip it around that way. Yeah. This is going far too well. What have I screwed up? And yeah, that looks perfect. Boom, in it goes. Do the engines spring to life? Yes, they do. And we have wings. Oh, I'm loving it. I was just thinking, right, so I'm going to need a connector section over here and a connector section over there. But they're actually going to be a little bit different, aren't they? Because obviously, with this being the center, we've got the connector on both sides. But I actually want a connector on this side with just the regular engines on the other side, and then the opposite on this side. Oh, man. What I'm tempted to do is just copy this, slap it on, and just modify them. But what I really should do is take 2 copies of this and actually do it. Oh, dear. Oh, my work never ends. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do the separate modules, I think. Okay, that wasn't as much work as I thought, because I think I can make one of these modules fit both sides. It should work. Shall we see? let's find out. Let's take a copy of that and then fly it over here. So this is going to be for this side. And does it... Can I get it to actually fit? Okay, that looks correct. Is it? It looks correct. Okay, it's going in. And yeah, it's perfect, except for the fact that these engines have not hooked up. Now, why? Why would that be? Now, I can understand these two, but I don't understand why these two aren't hooked up. And it makes me think that I've messed something up in the conveyoring internally. I must have. Okay, I need to find out what that is and fix it. Okay, guys. I'm a lemon. I'm such a lemon. I ended up disassembling like half of this module, trying to figure out what was wrong. But the problem, if I just looked at the other side... Oh, yeah. I missed a couple of tiles. Okay, so let's see. It's not... Oh, that's the right way around. Good. So that one goes there, and then this one needs to be flipped around that way, doesn't it? Yep. And then that goes in. Now, when I put this in, this engine over here should fire up. Yes! Okay, cool. God, what a maroon. That goes in there. This one. Oh, flip it around that way. There we go. Boom. Okay. Design floor fixed. But that's a bit of trivia for Mr. Nerdy to remember. Oh, yes, I remember. I remember the design floor in the... Well, actually, it wasn't a design floor. It was a production floor. Oh, my Lord. This is starting to look good. Oh. God, I just hope I can get the proportions right on the side pods. Oh, this could be very good indeed. So now it's kind of rinse and repeat because we're just going to have two of the hydrogen cargo sections, one on either side of this. Thruster module. Yeah, thruster. I think thruster module. Once I've got, you know what? Let me put those on because I want to look at this and see what the proportions are like. Should I just have a bow module or should I have the thrusters? That's a very, 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 very good question. Well, I don't know about you, but I'm thinking just a bow module on here. I don't think it needs the additional thruster module. Well, at least that's what I'm thinking. So let's come over here. I have painted up the bow module, which looks so damn good. And let's grab a copy of that, bring it over, and see what it looks like when we pop that on to here. Come on, come on, come on. You want to go on there? You know you do. Damn, that looks good. Oh, yeah, I think so. I think that's pretty much bang on. You know what? To the point where I'm going to throw it in. You reckless false guy. Yeah, I know, right? Let's grab another one and put it on the other side. Oh, come on. Come on. You want to just... You just want to... Come on. There we go. Is that right? I think that's right. Oh, now. Okay. This is a problem that I occasionally have where it just won't join up. So I've got a red box, which is not good. Probably want to go and see a doctor about that. Moving on rapidly. Let me see if I can actually get that to attach. I might have to play around with this. Well, after much faffing about, I got it attached. What I had to do was take back 2 tiles worth. So get rid of these tanks and get rid of 2 tiles all the way back. Then place this 2 tiles forward where it is now. And then rebuild that little section. Now, fortunately, it's not that many tiles, so I could do it. But I don't know what's causing the problem. But something is. Now, I think I'm going to end up designing a new tail section. Because I don't think I want 2 engines on the side pods. I think I want a single engine design. So I think I'm going to play around with that. But I want to have a little look at how it looks. So let's come out to about here and take, well, maybe a little bit more, and take a copy of that. And then we'll come over here and we'll see what it looks like. Now, I'm going to guess that this will fit easily onto one of these and won't fit onto another one, because the way I placed these is they'd attach one way, wouldn't attach the other way. So I flipped them around and attached them, which means, actually, maybe, I don't know, maybe they'll both work. I don't know. Or maybe they both won't work. Yes, you've covered all the options now, Sky. Well done. Okay, that one won't attach. Okay, well, I can do the same thing where I chop the end off. Let's see if the other one will attach. I see that the box is green. The box is green. So that one will actually fit on there. But you see, I think 2 engines too much. I'm thinking that the module itself is kind of okay. It just needs to be trimmed down to 1 engine. So it's at that height, isn't it? Yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah, we're gonna have to make a few little modifications to make this work, but nothing too terrible. How's that look? I've got to say that I'm very, very tempted to take this section off. You know what? Let me do that. I'm just gonna have a little play around with the styling, because if you look at the ship, right? This is very, very, very plain, and then you've got the more elaborate centerpiece. I think we need to do exactly the same thing with the tail, where this is a little bit more elaborate. We've got the antenna, and we've got this bit sticking up, and this is like very plain. Yeah, let me try it. Okay, I think I've got something that I'm happy with. And what I've tried to do is minimize the engine as much as possible. So instead of using the large industrial hydrogen thruster, I've used the regular large hydrogen thruster. And then I've made this part white to kind of minimize it, and then tried to build the bodywork in a little bit to kind of hide that, in an attempt to make this look like a smaller engine than these, which I think when it's right next to this might just work. Should we find out? Let's find out. Well, the first one attached just fine, but this one will not attach. See how the box surrounding it is red, and then if I move it away like 2 squares, then it goes green. I don't know what's going on with that, but the solution is to just get rid of like 2 tiles worth of this, and then place it, and then just rebuild this section. But like I said, it's not many tiles, so it's a pretty quick process. Just need to reattach the tanks, and I do believe we are done. Yes, let's go around to the front. And there it is, the whole thing fully assembled. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I think that these wings are actually like 2 tiles too big. I think the side pods need to be just a little bit closer to the main body. It looks a bit sprawling at the moment. Now, you might think that that's going to be like a really huge task to sort that out. But actually, it should be pretty darn simple. There we go. Okay, it's cut into pieces. Now, that's all very well and good. What are you going to do now, Sky? Well, okay, we'll see if this works. This might be dead easy. It might be a real pain. Let's take a copy of that and just pop it over there. Okay. Then I'm gonna, how am I gonna do this? I'm gonna get rid of this. So I'm gonna use Control-Delete and get rid of that piece. Go back over here. How do I want to be oriented? Probably like that. Grab a copy of that Come on, now, will it attach? Is the oh, it will. It will, you know. Ho, ho, ho. Boom. All right. Oh, and it powers up and everything. Okay, that's kind of beautiful. Ooh, you gonna line up? I think it is. I think it. There we go. And boom. And yeah, oh, that's way better. Way better. Oh, I'm liking that. Right, I just got to do the other one. Well, I was going to say you can stick a fork in that because it's done. But not quite. Not quite. There's one thing that's been bugging me for a while. And if we come over here, these blocks, it's just a bit too blocky. We need to replace that with something else. I just want to check my alignment. Yeah, it's fine. So if we get rid of that and get rid of that, I've got to do it all like all over the place, but this block is what I think I'm going to go with. Just to kind of take the edge off it. Is that good enough? No, wait, I've found a block that's even better. That, oh, yeah, that's the block. Oh, hang on a second. If I have that one there and then get rid of that block and have, now, where is it? Oh, it is that one. Flip you up and have that one. Oh, yeah, that's it. We need the right color. Oh, yeah, I do believe, ladies and gentlemen, that is the puppy. Oh, right. Let me replace all of those with this setup because that's absolutely perfect. Oh yeah, that looks so much better. Oh yeah. Oh, I'm so glad. I'm so glad that I looked at that other tile. All right, cool. There's one more thing that I want to do, and then we're going to rip out all the sprues, and we're going to take this for a test flight. Sound like a plan? Sounds like a plan to me. I'm going to get rid of that, and that. And then I'm going to get rid of, let's see. I need to get under this one, make sure I get the right thing. I'm going to get rid of that one and that one. And then I'm going to put in a cockpit. Oh, yeah. An underneath cockpit. That one. Now, I want it to sit, like, slightly back there. Yeah. But I kind of want to make a little bit, kind of, sort of a feature out of it. Let's get rid of that. I'm going to put in, if I get the right block, I'm just going to put in a full block and then slope this down. So I want that one, don't I? Yeah, flip that around. Boom. Right. What do you want that for, Sky? It's just so that I've noticed with these big ships like the B60 that even if it's really convenient, which it usually isn't, it's such a faff going into the interior of ships every time you want to fly it and do like little maneuvers and stuff. Whereas it's just so much easier to be able to just go, boom, that's it, right, fly it. Right, are you ready to fly this thing? I know I am. I can't wait to see how this handles. Right, that's the last sprue removed. Well, it hasn't fallen down. That's a very good start, I always think. Let's. We are going to go into the proper cockpit to give this a try out. Let's turn the jetpack off. It makes it easier to move around. Oh, okay. Here we go. Now, I think we want to take a look at the ship proper. Let's turn the camera around a little bit, and let's see. Oh, I tell you what I haven't done. I need to go into info and convert it to a ship. I always forget that step. Okay, let's. Oh yeah. Oh, it lifts off quite briskly. We've got some upward thrust. Oh, I'm liking this. I'm liking this a lot. Okay, let me turn the camera around. Okay, the rotation is like dog slow. I fully expected that because we've only got 2 gyros on this in the forward avionics bay, and they're miles away from the center of gravity. It would make a lot more sense to have those gyros positioned in the center of the ship. And I have actually been thinking about this, and We absolutely can do that. Right, let's not fly into the mountain. Generally regarded as a good... I think that's page 1 of the pilot's handbook. Don't fly into mountains. I want to zoom out just a touch more, I think. Oh, that's as far as you can go. Good Lord. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I mean, yeah, seriously, it steers like a cow. It really does. But it's, in terms of thrust, it's absolutely fine. So all I need to do is bang some more You know what? I suppose I could do it quickly, couldn't I? Yeah, go on. Let's do it. Let's just whiz down here, and I'll throw in a couple of gyros down here. Now, ideally, all the gyros would be back here, but oh, and this is perfect. Oh, yeah, this is perfect. Where's my gyros? There's my gyros. So we want turn them around so they're facing forward. We want 2 there, and are they still facing? No, they've gone turned around for some reason. Boom. Okay, cool. Let's see if that makes a difference. Oh, yeah. It turns much better. It would probably turn even better if I got rid of the 2 in the front. But yeah, this actually turns now. Okay, so let's get a bit of thrust going. Now, if I tilt this up, I'm thinking we should have like quite a lot of thrust. Oh, now, what I would need to do is turn inertial dampers off, wouldn't I? Yeah, okay. Go on then. Turn the inertial dampers off. So now we're only going to be thrusting in the direction that I tell it to thrust. Yeah, well, we're moving, and that would get us into orbit. Yes, it absolutely would. And the thing is, this is not like a fighter or a race car or something like that. This is a freighter, after all. It doesn't need to be, like, completely crazy in terms of its performance. Mainly, let's be honest, it's about the looks. And if I turn this around, I think it looks pretty darn cool. Wow. So I zoom in just a little bit. There we go. That's not bad. I'm going to turn the inertial dampers on. Keep going forward. Oh, that is kind of... Look at that picture. That's pretty majestic, don't you think?
It is, yeah.
Good Lord. Good Lord. Heavens above. You know what? Let me turn the hood off so we can have it in its full glory. Oh, wow, that thing is nice. I've got to say, this has turned out, I think, about as well as I thought it could. I'm fairly happy with the... I'm not fairly happy with the style. Shut up, Sky. I'm staggeringly happy with the styling. There are a few places that I'd like to break it up a little bit. You know what? Let's jump out. I just want to show you a couple of things, and then I'm going to go away and start working on all the flight instrumentation and like all the flight controls and all that kind of stuff. If you just look down the spine of this, it's staggeringly boring, and there's no reason why we couldn't have a couple of little ridges along here. Let's turn the hood back on. Yeah, I'm thinking like we could have a little ridge going on here. I'm not talking about anything huge, just like half a tile and maybe like 4 tiles long or something from there to there. But just little things to kind of break it up. Maybe something like this, but white. You know, I don't know, like along here or something. So there's a lot of little tiny details that might get added. Well, if you want to see those little details get added, picture.
Yeah.
Do you know what they're going to have to do?
I do.
Go on then.
We'll have to come back for the next episode.
Yes, you'll have to come back for the next episode. Guys, thanks for being here. Thanks for watching. Thanks for putting up with Picture Perfect, which frankly is it's a bit of an encumbrance to us all. Say goodbye, Picture.
Bye, guys.
Guys, come on. It's pretty awesome, right? God, I hope you think so. Leave me a comment. Let me know. I'll catch you for the next one. Peace out.